Hello, Flosstube. This is Flosstube number 14. My name is Aimee. I am Black Cat Stitcher here on YouTube and on Instagram. And for this video, I'm going to try and do it quick. And I'm not going to be doing any extra editing because I'm I'm on a schedule. I have an appointment to get to later, so I'm going to need to get this done and get it up before I have to go. But yeah, as always in my videos, I'm going to start off with my crafting stuff, and in the second half of the video, I will be doing, talking about books that I have read in the past 2 weeks. So, as always, we start out with my focus piece, which is my Star Wars piece by Nina Olson Embroidery on Etsy. Dad, go away. But yeah, this is where I'm at. Let's see, there we go. Got a little bit more done on his mask, especially down here. I didn't get too much done, I don't think, because yesterday or last weekend I also had a whole bunch of errands to run and whatnot, so I didn't get much stitching time. If you hear any banging, my cat is playing with something, so I apologize for that. But yeah, I had errands to run and whatnot, so I didn't get any stitching time. But yeah, I've been enjoying doing that one a lot. And my next one that I spun on the Wheel of Decisions was the Modern Blue Tree. And that one was a new start last time I worked on it, and now I've, moved forward. So let me move my thing out of the way. That is where I'm at. When I worked on this last, I had all of this dark gray done, as well as this blue, and I've filled in this side here with all the lighter gray, and a little bit inside the moon here. So yeah, I've made quite a bit of progress on this one in the past 2 weeks. All right, and this one I'm going to move my needle minder first. And then the next one that I worked on was the pink, seasonal tree that was also a new start the last time that I worked on it. And this one I didn't get quite as far. I had this part done, and I had to pick out, some, like I had this mirrored over here, but in the wrong color, because the color in my, what is it called, pattern keeper, was messed up. But I picked that out first, and then I just did all of this after I was finished, and of course this here in the center after I was finished picking it out. So, yay! Sorry, this one isn't as interesting. I'm not able to show you any of progress pictures or what it's supposed to look like, but I need to go. I'm sorry. But now we're turning into the plans portion of this video. And in the plans portion, I'm trying to pull it up. We spin the tiny wheel of decisions, and we pick my projects. Of course, I'll work on my focus piece, but I will also work on 2 more projects in the next 2 weeks. And here's where we pick them. What happened? Oh, there we go. All right, Human Anatomy. Human Anatomy was my birthday start. We saw it in last week's video, my new start. I'm going to keep working on that one on my awesome yellow fabric. And now let's spin again. All right, modern tree circle. What? Oh, that's the blue tree again. All right, so I'm also going to be working on this one again. So that's awesome. Alrighty, now on to books. I read a lot. I'm gonna try and remember everything. Let me sorry, I'm not prepared either, as you can see. The books that I've read were a part of the Temperance Brennan series, which is the inspiration for the TV series Bones, written by Kathy Reichs. In the last video, I had read the first book, Deja Dead, and I was going to read the second, which was Death du Jour. And in that one, let me see if I can remember, because it feels like forever ago since I read that one. Death du Jour was the second book in the series, and it was about, let me see. Yes, there was a house in Canada somewhere that had been caught on fire, and there were people trapped inside, unfortunately. Yes, kiss, kiss. So, Tempe was, trying to identify the people, and it turned out that a few of the people were murdered before the fire started. So, they were trying to figure out what happened, and it goes into a whole bunch of detail. These people were in a cult, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about the cult because, but basically it was their cult members who killed them. And the next one was Deadly Decisions. In this one, she got involved in some investigations, excuse me, into biker gangs in Canada. There were several cases that she got involved in. One was an explosion, and she had to identify the people who died in the explosion based on their bone bits. And the second, they found there was a snitch in the jail that had told them the location of two bodies that the biker gangs had buried. And she had to identify those people, and they found a surprise third body in the same place where the snitch told them the other two were buried. But yeah. And then, of course, I also just finished, yesterday, the fourth book, which is called Fatal Voyage. And in this one, she was involved in the investigation of a plane crash, and helping identify the bodies of the people who died in the plane crash. But of course, during the plane crash, she finds a body part that does not belong to any of the victims in the crash. So she's trying to figure out where it came from and, who the person that it belonged to was buried. And that gets her in trouble. Because some very powerful political people thought that she wasn't following the correct protocol, and she gets kicked off the team, etc., etc. It's a whole shindig there. And yeah, I really like this one. This one has, so far, I think, it's probably tied for my favorite with the first book, which was Deja Dead. And I think we're going to take a break from reading for now because I'm having trouble getting access to the 5th book, because the audiobooks that I'm seeing on my free library apps, Libby, and I think I have a Hoopla, they aren't, they are the abridged versions. We ran into that with the Fatal Voyage, but I was able to get the unabridged version, you know, elsewhere. So yeah, be careful about that, because if you're reading it with somebody who's reading the physical copy of the book, it's not going to match up. Yeah, I'm going to try and find the unabridged version of the Grave Secrets. Maybe go check out some used bookstores somewhere, or buy them, you know, from a used books vendor online, and see if I can, you know, do that. Those are, oh wait, I did read one more book. It was for book club. It's called The Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis. Basically, its format is very interesting. I haven't read a format or a book that has been formatted like this before. There's basically each chapter is a letter from between, you know, the upper demon, whose name is Screwtape, and his nephew, whose name is unmentioned in the book, and basically they're discussing, you know, stratagem and stuff like that to corrupt a human soul, and, you know, it's basically pointing out, you know, I guess, human weaknesses and sins when it concerns, you know, the Christian religion, and, you know, it's for book club, so I read it because I want to be able to join the discussion if I so choose, but religious books aren't really my thing. I don't enjoy reading them because I'm not particularly religious. I guess maybe you could classify me as agnostic, but, you know, I still do believe that there is a higher power. It's just organized religion isn't my thing. I like to worship privately, and, you know, all that jazz. So, and plus, I guess I probably won't end up joining the discussion because, honestly, I know that a lot of the people in my book club are super religious, and I don't want to be accidentally offensive, so to speak. So yeah, those are the books that I've read, and now I have to go, and I will upload this real quick, and I will be on the road, and yeah. Bye-bye.